Tim Charron here. I help singers and bands book great gigs and explode your music career. So we are at the beginning of the relaunch of the Musician Motivation Month. Due to overwhelming demand, I have decided to extend Musician Motivation Month to another full month. So let's get right into it. I'm doing a little mini series on my biggest mistakes that I made in my career so that you don't follow in my footsteps. You can learn from my awful mistakes. Today, I'm talking about trying too hard. And goddamn, I was guilty of this big time at the beginning of my career because I just thought that I had to make sure that everybody knew who I was and knew what I did, and that I was, going to change the face of music, and that I was going to get in everybody's face and let them know, what I did. So let me just tell you kind of a bit of a story. When I moved, especially when I moved to Nashville, I learned really quick that what you don't want to do is be the guy that goes to a networking event, any kind of event, and meet people that you think can help you in your music career. And as soon as you meet them, telling them what you do, trying to babble on and convince them that you are great. Most importantly, the kiss of death, giving somebody like a CD right off the bat when you first meet them, the first night or the first day that you meet them, like, oh, listen to my CD. That is the kiss of death. The bottom line is it reeks of desperation when you're trying too hard. When you're trying too hard to convince somebody of what you do. And networking 101, just having a conversation with some friends in the music business about this yesterday. Networking is kind of a weird name for it because really what it should be and what is the most effective is just meeting people to establish relationships and friendships, basically, especially in the music business. Like, it's the opposite of trying to get someone to help you. Nobody's interested in helping you. You need to help yourself and build your career, build your reputation, build your resume so that people will want to work with you. You see, there's a huge difference. It's not a charity. Nobody wants to help you. It's the music business. It's not a charity. Nobody wants to help you. Everybody has their own self-interest in mind. So if it's the music business, if it's a booking agent, they don't want to help you. They want to make money off of you. So they want to, find acts that are good, professional. My last video was about taking the music business more serious. That's one thing that I would have done earlier. That's one of my mistakes. I would have taken the business more serious and understood that people. Here's a good example. The good example is a booking agent, right? You want to be super professional as a musician, as an act. You want to have a great image. You want to have a great resume. You want to always be early. You want to, in my opinion, and this is what I do, is you want to, not drink before or during performances, all these things. So what you want to do is you want to be valuable to, say, a booking agent so that they can hire you to go out and play gigs and they make money. So it's not, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you never know who you'll run into who can help you. But you want to run into people and establish relationships with people that want to work with you, not help you. There's a huge difference. So it took me a long time to figure that out. And now I'm letting you know so that you don't have to go through the mistakes that I made to figure that out. But it's a very important distinction. So I went to an event last night, and here's a good example. One of the keys to networking that I found too is not making it about you, and not volunteering everything, that you do until it's brought up. You might have been in this situation before where, someone is just trying to annihilate you, and they're trying too hard. They're trying to annihilate you with, oh, this is what I do, and this is what I've done, and I'm so great, and I'm this. I really believe in going into situations like this and asking the person that you're meeting about them, making it all about them, and listening to what they do and what, ask them, and get to know them on a personal level. And then if they ask you what you do, then you can bring it up and tell them. And I went to this event last night, and it really just kind of proved my whole philosophy. There was a musician there, and he's played with a bunch of, big acts. And so he was telling me and about, what he's done. And I kept asking him, just to go on about, he has a very interesting career, played with a lot of national acts. And so I never really volunteered what I did. And then he asked me, and I told him, and, he asked me for my number, and I said, check out the website. It's my name, timcharron.com. And again, that's what, I've done many videos about the importance of having even like a small free website so that you have all of your accomplishments on there. So you don't want to tell people your accomplishments in person. It turns people off. But you want to have it available to them. And then when, we all do this, like when you leave a networking event and you've met someone that you're interested in, then a lot of us, me included, I'll Google them and check them out and check out what they've done, whether it's a producer, a booking agent, whatever. So, and this goes to booking gigs and working with people in the music industry all across the board. Just try to stop trying too hard, and let I always say, show people what you've done. Don't tell them what you're going to do. And that means also, when it comes to booking gigs and just dealing with people in the music business, let your reputation and your resume speak a lot more than you do. I think it's a little more endearing to downplay what you're doing and never say what you're going to do. Never try to impress people by saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be the next Garth Brooks. It's self-defeating. It makes you look silly. Always show people what you've already done. Never tell people what you're going to do. Never tell people about anything until it's already done. So there you go. That's one of my biggest mistakes that I wish I had figured out a lot earlier in my career, and that is stop trying too hard. So having said that, now I'm going to try really hard to make sure that you have subscribed to this YouTube channel and to the podcast, The Charron Zone. You can get that everywhere podcasts are available. And do yourself a favor and download the free guide, my gift to you, on how to book gigs the easy way at howtobookgigs.com.